This 14-inch MacBook Pro might be the best tech purchase I've made in years, but I don't want this review to sit in a vacuum. There exists a cheaper M1 MacBook Air, a new M2 MacBook Pro, and an even better redesigned M2 MacBook Air. Many of you can save money and buy one of those laptops instead because remember, the 14-inch MacBook Pro starts at over $2,000. So while I go through this video and describe and praise how amazing this MacBook is, keep this one question in the back of your mind. Do I really need that? First, this laptop has crushed it in terms of design, other than maybe less notch, but even then, I got over that being there very quickly. The 14-inch model is the perfect middle ground size that allows you to complete serious work at your desk, but also be light and small enough to travel with and pack in your bag. The all aluminum space gray finish looks beautiful at all angles, and I'm a massive fan of the blacked out keyboard contrast that Apple went with here. I also get all the ports I could ever need in a laptop, including 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, MagSafe charging, HDMI, and an SD card reader. As for the display on this computer, it truly is the best display I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm not joking. The 1 billion colors, 1 million to 1 contrast ratio, 10,000 mini LEDs, and 120 Hertz adaptive refresh rate all add up to something special here. The high refresh rate makes it incredibly smooth to navigate macOS. The sophisticated display tech built here makes my life as a creator much easier as I can fine-tune all the colors in my videos and images with ease. And on a side note, watching movies and TV shows on this laptop is a 10 out of 10. Watching the new season of Stranger Things on this display with this MacBook Pro's 6-speaker system that supports Dolby Atmos and spatial audio made me geek out on how great that experience is. Okay, so let's just pause the video for a second and self-reflect here. Brand new speakers, brand new beautiful display, brand new design. Do you need all of those things? Because remember, the cheaper M1 MacBook Air display and design still hold up today. And you can get a lot of the design similarities from this 14-inch MacBook Pro in the brand new M2 MacBook Air if you're willing to spend an extra couple $100. As for battery life on this MacBook Pro, it's respectable. Apple quotes up to 17 hours of video playback and 11 hours of web browsing, which is pretty much in line with my experience. This isn't going to be the best battery life that Apple offers. You can get much better battery life in the M1 MacBook Air or M1 MacBook Pro, but it's still respectable here. I never have to worry about my laptop dying, and that's good enough for me. Speaking of battery life, channel sponsor Basis has you covered with the coolest wireless charging power bank I've come across so far this year. It can charge up to 3 devices at the same time, wireless charging, USB output, and Type-C output. If you want to keep it simple like me, I've used it as a magnetic wireless power bank for my iPhone 13 Pro. If you guys are interested in checking out their product, there will be a link in the top of the description down below. Thank you so much, Basis, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so what matters most when you're spending over $2,000 on a MacBook is the performance. I've been rocking for the last 8 months, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD, and the base model M1 Pro chip. And I've been very, very impressed. It's almost perfect, and I'm going to tell you why. For light use, such as browsing the internet, social media, and the occasional Netflix binge, it doesn't really get better than this on a MacBook from Apple. The M1 Pro flies through these tasks. For heavy usage, such as 4K video editing within Final Cut Pro, it has genuinely changed my workflow. The M1 Pro chip comes with a dedicated media engine and 14 GPU cores, which has significantly improved my ability to edit faster with more effects and files in all of my projects. I also use this laptop daily to type and create content within Grammarly and organize my business in Notion. The keyboard experience is top-notch here. Despite all the amazing things I have to say about the performance of this machine, I do regret buying this base model. I really wish I did more to configure this laptop. I would have benefited from having a terabyte or 2 terabytes of storage because the base 512 just isn't enough for somebody who's a creator. I was consistently maxing out my hard drive all the time. And with a base of 16 gigabytes of RAM, it got the job done, but it could have benefited immensely from having 32 or 64 gigabytes of RAM. The only thing that I don't regret is not going for the M1 Max chip. I don't think there's a big pool of people that need the M1 Max version of this laptop. I think a lot of you can save your money and just get the M1 Pro chip with a few upgrades here and there on the RAM or the storage if you do need it. Okay, so to bring this video full circle, I asked you at the very beginning, every time I talk about how amazing this laptop is, I wanted you to ask yourself, do I really need that? I showed off its brand new design, amazing speakers, a ton of ports it has, the best display in any laptop period, and also its amazing performance that's right up there with the best that Apple has to offer today. If you watched this video and you were in doubt about needing any of those things, it might be a sign that you could save your money and just get something like an M1 MacBook Air instead. While that machine is not the best, it's definitely good enough for so many of you guys watching this video. So if you guys are interested in learning more, I'll leave 2 videos here for you guys to check out. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you all in the next video. Peace.